going on, everybody? Jake here with another episode of Straight Shooting. Today, I want to talk about Kanye West on InfoWars the other day, and I'll also talk about Donald Trump and his Truth Social post that I feel might have been a little bit anti-Constitution. Alright, guys, so first I want to talk about the whole Kanye West on InfoWars thing. So I have a couple quotes here. I believe it's about 5 quotes that I want to read off. I did not watch the whole video and the whole interview because I sat there for 3 minutes and I just became very uncomfortable. So I want to make it clear. These are his quotes. I took exactly what he said and just wrote them down because I think it's important to hear the context of what he's saying and not just, this is what I think. No, we need to know what the person said. Too often I see people just say, well, this person said this. No, give people the exact quote. So I'm going to give you a couple quotes of exactly what this man said. So, quote, I don't like the word evil next to Nazis, unquote. Number 2, quote, every human being has value that they bring to the table, especially Hitler, unquote. Quote, I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis, unquote. Yeah, they're getting bizarrer and bizarrer. Number 4, quote, there's a lot of things that I love about Hitler, unquote. He enunciated love. He said more like love. So, getting kind of scary. And I think, ironically enough, this last one to a lot of people is probably not going to seem like a big deal, or at least as big of a deal as these other ones. But it's just something that I found very scary, I guess. Just the way he's combining the two things. Let's give you the quote. Quote, Jesus is king, I love Hitler, unquote. Combining Jesus and Hitler is something that I find scary because you're starting to push the Christian and Catholic religion to Hitler, and it's going to turn people off. Like I said, I didn't sit down and watch the whole interview. I got those 5 quotes, and I thought that was enough for people to be like, okay, he was saying some pretty screwed up stuff in that interview. To get it out there, I am not this huge fan of Alex Jones, but I also don't think he's as far right as a lot of people say he is, but he's far enough where you could be like, okay, he's firmly on the right. But yeah, this interview made Alex Jones look like a liberal with how far Kanye is going to this neo-Nazi movement. It's pretty scary stuff. I think there are 2 things going on here with Kanye. He's either, 1, going batshit insane. I know he's going through a lot in his personal life from what I hear in the media, but I think that's probably having an effect on him. But the second thing is this intentional? Is this an attack on the conservative movement? And let me give you a reason as to why I think that. So, as a conservative will know, we have been branded as these Nazi bigoted monsters. We hate gay people. We hate trans people. We hate everybody that isn't a European white straight male, according to the left. And for this guy to come out right before an election and say all these things that the left seems to think that we are, and he says them, just all seems to be in perfect timing. And it's gonna hurt this guy that was a Trump supporter. They're gonna be able to connect it to Trump, and I think just that's a perfect timing. I really believe that Kanye is mad that Trump won in 2016, and I think this is kind of his way and Milo Yiannopoulos' way and Nick Fuentes' way of getting back at Trump for being something that they didn't like. Because each of them has said that they don't like Trump for specific reasons. And I think this is about taking him down. I'm not saying they're doing it for the Democrats or for the leftists or for the communists or for whomever, but I think it's about hurting the movement. And I think it's working. I think a lot of people in the middle are going to be scared to vote for Trump. Um, if it is Kanye just saying these things because he actually believes them, he's not crazy, he's not trying to just hurt Trump, he actually believes him, that's even more scary. Because the things he's saying are evil things. They're coming from a doctrine of Nazism, which is evil. It's just as evil as the things that the leftists try to say. We need to be in the middle and come together, not become further divided, and I think that's what he's doing, whether it's intentional or just because he's going through a lot of shit, to put it bluntly. It doesn't really matter. I'm not for censoring anybody. I am for everybody getting to say the things that they need to, but at some point, you just got to say, okay, enough's enough. People need to stop interviewing this guy. At this point, it's either abusive because he's crazy, or it's terrible because you're bringing on this disgusting person to do interviews. I'm not okay with it, and I really, really think that he needs to just be put to the side and shut up, because I'm not liking the way he's going. He's not going towards the light. He's not going towards Jesus. As much as he likes to keep saying Jesus is king, he's going to the darkness and honestly, to Satan, if you ask me. Whether that's intentional to try and hurt the conservative movement and to hurt Christians, or if it's just because he's lost his mind, I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but my personal opinion is there's something there, and it's really terrifying. And I know that I talked about this last week. I really hope, for his sake and his children's sake, and heck, the world, that he lost his kids and he's just going through a really bad time in life, and he just needs help. And I'm hoping that somebody, one of these people that are supposedly his friends, pulls him aside and says, you gotta relax, you're saying some bad things. Before it gets even worse, let's just move to the side and let's get you some help. Because this is just scary stuff. Okay, so now I want to talk about Donald Trump's recent posts on True Social. So I have them listed over on the side here. The top one is the first post, the initial post. The bottom one is the recent post, the newer post. Those are the ways I'm going to refer to them. So top, bottom, you can see the timestamps on both of them as well. So let's focus on the first one. Quote, a massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Unquote. I don't like what he's saying. The Constitution of the United States is the most sacred political document that has ever been written. Next to the Bible, it is the most sacred document we have right now. And I think that to almost every American, and most certainly every conservative American, they're going to tell you, no, I don't want to see the Constitution go away. I don't want to see the Constitution be terminated. Whether or not you think that the last election was filled with fraud is irrelevant. We still don't throw out the Constitution for that. So I did wait and hope that Trump would make a post clarifying what he meant. And he kind of did, but he also kind of just doubled down, which I don't really like. So, you could read the post, but here's the chunk that I really want to focus on. Quote, the fake news is actually trying to convince the American people that I said I wanted to terminate the Constitution. Unquote. Mr. Trump, you did say that. You used the word termination. So, whether he meant it the way it sounded or not is not relevant. He said it. And he's got to be more careful with his words. He knows that they are on a hunt to get him. So why do you keep using these strong words, this strong language that hurts you? Um, I voted for this guy twice, and I tend to agree with a lot of what he's saying. But I do not think whether or not what we think happened or not, which there is evidence. Um, I don't think it's fair to say, well, let's throw out the rules, let's throw out the Constitution because none of it matters anymore. We do not throw out the Constitution. We use the Constitution to get to where we need to get to as a country. If we throw that out, we're screwed. And for Trump to kind of sort of double down while also trying to say that's not what I said is just a fool's errand. And I think he's got to stop. He's got to admit to being wrong. It's something that he never does, but he's got to do. You got to sit here and say, listen, I was wrong to say terminate and Constitution in the same sentence because I don't think that the Constitution itself should be terminated. But I do think that we need to use the Constitution to show these people that what they're doing is wrong and get them out. Impeach them. If you go against the Constitution and you're a congressperson, you get thrown out. You get impeached. That's how it works. But to terminate that is saying, okay, they can play by the rules that they're playing by. Why not? You're terminating the Constitution. So it's very difficult for me to support Trump with a lot of things that he's saying and a lot of the people that he's attacking. I want to vote for him again because he did a lot of great things for this country in his 4 years. But he's also now starting to say a lot of things that are like wacky and I don't agree with. So he's going to push a lot of conservatives to vote against him. I'm hoping he clarifies again what he's trying to get out, or other people clarify for him, other people edit his posts, because I don't condone or support somebody saying throw out the Constitution if I don't get my way. No. The Constitution is sacred and it should be kept. It is the most important document politically that we have. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I want to thank you again so much for watching. As usual, please like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. I also created a Reddit account for this channel where we could all discuss and debate. I hope it stays healthy and friendly. I have a Twitter account. It's all linked in on my YouTube channel if you want to go there and check it out. I'm trying to create a environment where we could have disagreements and agreements and have fun and just, have an overall good time talking about politics, talking about other things, talking about, our lives if we want to. I want to make politics fun and make debates fun and let everybody get educated about why we believe the things that we believe and hopefully become united. So I hope you will give my other accounts some love and we'll head over there and start building a community. Thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. And again, thank you so much for watching.